What's good, YouTube? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the biography of none other than Johnny Blaze. But before I get into it, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Make sure you turn that notification bell on. That way you're notified when I post a new video. And also, guys, let's see if we can hit 300 likes on this video. I would really appreciate it. Now, as I said, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the biography of Johnny Blaze. So let's get into it. Jayza Paul Jackson was born on the 10th of June 1990 in New York City, USA, and known under her stage name of Johnny Blaze. She's also a recording artist, a model, and a video vixen, and she's probably known for being one of the stars of the reality television show Love and Hip Hop New York. She is called the twerk queen thanks to her ability to twerk, as seen in music videos she appeared in featuring artists such as Chris Brown. As of 2021, sources estimate a net worth that is at $400,000 earned through success in her various endeavors, mostly television and music projects. As she continues her career, it is expected that her wealth will also continue to increase. Johnny is of African American and German descent and was born into a family of 8 children who had a lot of struggles growing up. She earned the nickname Blaze due to her temper. At a young age, she discovered her passion for music and decided that she wanted to pursue a career in that field, and so learned how to play several music instruments, including the bass guitar, piano, violin, and clarinet. She aimed to make it to Juilliard Performing Arts School but wasn't able to achieve their qualifications. She then started working as a stripper to make ends meet and eventually approached a music career from another direction. She became a video vixen and was a regular feature for popular artists such as Chris Brown, Jim Jones, Jadakiss, and French Montana. Her popularity increased thanks to her physical qualities as well as her dancing skills. As Blaze's popularity continued to rise, numerous publications began taking notice of her and she gained more opportunities, and she was featured in publications such as Hip Hop Weekly, Straight Stunting, TMZ, King and Stunners. She also gained film opportunities and appeared in projects including Frank Chase in the Streets of Harlem and Straight Stunting Chronicles Volume 3, The Man in the Mirror. Eventually, she gained one of her most notable appearances in the television show Love and Hip Hop New York. Introduced to the show thanks to her previous relationship to rapper Rich Dollaz, Love and Hip Hop New York is the original installment of the Love and Hip Hop franchise, a string of reality television shows on VH1. The show began in 2011 and follows the lives of several people in New York City who are involved in some manner to hip hop music. The show has been noted for featuring several artists popular in the East Coast hip hop scene, and the success of the original show led to numerous spin-offs, including Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Despite Johnny's numerous appearances in the show, she remained mainly as a supporting cast member and eventually faded into the background as more guests as well as cast members were introduced to the show. The show has been known for helping numerous unknown personalities get their start in the hip-hop industry. Some of the popular names who have been featured in the show include Cardi B, Amina Butterfly, Remy Ma, Papoose, Jules Santana, and Erica Mena. The same opportunity came to Johnny when she started releasing her own songs, including Ride or Die and Revolver. One of her most popular music releases was the single entitled Problems, released in 2015. The show was featured from her mixtape entitled Cut From a Different Cloth and was released on her personal YouTube channel called The Johnny Show. She has managed to make waves as an underground artist, and a lot of people respect her musical abilities despite all the controversies she's been wrapped up in. She received a lot of criticism for her previous work as a stripper, though she mentioned that she has no regrets when it comes to her past, stating that her experience have helped her become stronger. For her personal life, it is known that Blaze was in a relationship with Brian Washington for several years, and the two even planned on settling down, but he passed away after he was shot and killed in 2013. She was rounded up as one of the suspects and then moved to Atlanta to avoid pressure from the investigation. During the same year, she was rushed to hospital after it was discovered that she was bleeding profusely during a twerking performance. It was later revealed that she had suffered a miscarriage while performing. The following year, it was confirmed that she was dating Rich Dollaz, and despite the two no longer being in a relationship, they continued to stay as business partners. She also had a brief romance with rapper Drake, which caused a bit of controversy after she accused him of sending hitmen to kill her. She also dated singer Robert Bobby Wilson, also known as Bobby V, and also had a relationship with Fetty Wap. She's been romantically linked to stand-up comedian Mikai Sierra Cat Williams and Stephen Jordan, and is now in a relationship with Yaz the Greatest. Alright guys, so I'm not sure if she's still in a relationship with the person named Yaz the Greatest, but that's what the article says, right guys? But either way, Johnny Blaze doing her thing, been doing her thing for a while. Definitely a talented girl, I gotta give her that, right guys? Because what I respect about her, she can play the piano, she can play the guitar, she can play the drums, and she can actually sing. Without auto-tune, she has a great voice, right guys? But yeah man, the thing is, for me personally, I think the reason why she hasn't made it big is maybe because of her temper, right guys? If y'all watch Love and Hip Hop, you'll see that she has a bad temper. You know, she gets in fight with persons and all those type of things. So I think, you know, that's what kind of hindering her. Remember, she was also being managed by Waka Flocka Flame's mother, Miss Deb, but I don't know if Miss Deb is still managing her. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is, guys. Definitely a talented girl. She'll definitely make it if she don't stop. She will need to find that hit song. Maybe if she continue, she will eventually find it. You get what I'm saying? But yeah guys, that's it for Johnny Blaze. I'm gonna also leave y'all with an Instagram live with Johnny Blaze. But before I do that, I need everyone watching this video to hit that like button. Come on guys, let's see if we can hit 300 likes on this video. Also leave a comment on who you would like me to cover, which biography you'd like to see me cover. Alright guys, and thanks for the support on the videos, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay safe, peace.
Alright, so now that I did the bar of soap, you do the facial cleanser. It's called Underneath Skin. It's by the Taylor Girls. Damn, this shit had hella makeup in it. I don't really use a lot, it's like right there. Because I guess the water is bothering, all this kind of bothering me too, so. Okay, definitely should have used way more. Tripping. My cheeks were like my cheeks were terrible. Oh my god. Like, they were really, really, really bad. And I really wanted to be like one of the girls where I can do skincare videos and stuff like that, like as well as being an artist. But the problem was my damn skin was so bad. Just like I wanted to have some hair and do like hair products and stuff, but a bitch was bald. But now I got hair, so I can do it. Shit, the ear can get it too. Fuck it. It did say for any type of blackheads and stuff like that. I don't know. Sometimes you can flip it over and do the hardcore so it can get in there. Well, like the... You don't want to do it too hard because then your face is definitely going to be open too. Oh, so I have a filter on, okay? So I'm going to show you without the filter so you guys can see. This is my real face, okay? Okay, so you see how I was having what I was telling you about with, you see those spots? Those spots were so dark, it didn't make no sense. I'm talking about black, just nasty. But if you look after a month, that is pretty good compared to it being like that. So some of you asked me to take off the filter. It's because my head was big to make your head look smaller, but I look the same. See? See? Oh, you thought. Oh, you thought. Oh, you thought because I had a filter on. Okay, you thought I wasn't a pretty girl. Everybody is pretty. All the girls are pretty. Okay, I'm cute or whatever. All right, so I don't know. I used to always wear makeup so much when I was growing up because I was afraid of my face. Like I used to be afraid to show my face because I thought I was ugly. Bitch friends. I had gothic. I had emo friends. I had all type of friends because I didn't care what you were or where you came from. I just wanted to, you know, be cool. And I had a big butt and small waist, no boobs, and it was just like really weird because like some of the girls didn't like me and stuff. And then I was going through that phase, like I don't know, you know, like if I'm pretty or not, if fat means you're actually fat, or now it's just like whatever. Like I gain weight, I talk about it. If I lose weight, I talk about it. If I get a surgery, I talk about it. If I'm feeling down, I talk about it. I just have to learn to censor myself, because even with, you know, a couple weeks ago when I took my mental break, like I noticed how it affected people, but not knowing that, well, some that don't know, like I have I don't even want to say it's a mental illness. It's just like I have deep depression and anxiety. So with me, I overthink things, and I'm always thinking that something's negative, so I got to get myself out there. So when I was younger, I'm still young.